Welcome back. This with the headlines. Now the news in full. And President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received on Tuesday a delegation from the French Parliament headed by the head of the French-Egyptian Friendship Association. Presidency spokesman Ambassador Ala Youssef said that the president had stressed the importance of the Egyptian-French cooperation in order to reveal the cause of the Egypt Air plane crash on Thursday. President al-Sisi also expressed hope that the number of French tourists visiting Egypt will be restored to normal average. The head of the French delegation on his part had praised the strong relations between the two countries. The head of forensics denied reports that an initial examination of human remains belonging to the victims aboard the Egypt Air jet that crashed in the Mediterranean pointed towards an explosion. Hisham Abdelhamid said that everything published about this matter is completely false and mere assumptions that did not come from the forensics authority. This came as forensic experts started to collect samples from the relatives of the plane victims to carry out DNA tests and compare them with the remains recovered from the crash site. Meanwhile, search operations for the debris of Egypt airplane that crashed in the Mediterranean on Thursday still continues. A French ship joined the international effort to hunt for the black boxes and other wreckage of Egypt Air Flight 804, searching for clues to what brought down the plane. 5 days after the air disaster, questions remain over what happened to the jet before it crashed. Some wreckage, including human remains, have already been recovered. The French vessel that joined the efforts Monday is equipped with sonar that can pick up the underwater ping emitted by the recorders, and it is specialized in maritime surveillance and rescue and marine police missions. Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib, warned on Tuesday that humanity would pay the price of terrorism, which would inflict more damage than the two world wars. This came during his address in the opening session of the East-West Dialogue Conference held in the French capital of Paris. In his speech, al-Tayyib called on all concerned parties to shoulder their responsibility in combating terrorism. He called on Muslims in European communities to integrate in their societies while preserving the identity of their religion. Al-Tayyib called Muslims in Europe to move from being minorities to being actively and positively involved in their societies. The Grand Imam also called for confronting attempts to Judaize Al-Aqsa Mosque and for settling the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. He said that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains the main reason dividing the East and the West. The conference is the second such meeting. The first was held in Italy in June of 2015, and Paris is the second stop of al-Tayyib's tour, which took him on Monday to the Vatican, where he held a historic meeting with Pope Francis. State Security Prosecutor starts on Tuesday questioning former head of the Central Auditing Organization, Councillor Hisham Geneina. Geneina is to be questioned over his media statements while in office. He's accused of spreading false news after a newspaper quoted him in December as saying corruption cost the country 600 billion Egyptian pounds in 2015. Investigations into the report showed that it included incidents that dated back to 2012. It also included errors in calculations. Geneina was dismissed in March after a commission investigated his report, concluding that Geneina had misled the public.